Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Haru, and welcome back to another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it as well. Now today we're going to do a pick a card, but this pick a card is specifically for your love life. I've done this one before, and people really seem to enjoy looking at their love lives, which I think is really important. So I pulled out two decks. One of them is the Alice's Romance Oracle, and the other one is the V Love. I think it's called the hot pink. It's called the hot pink love or something cool like that. So when I finish doing this reading, I'm going to put underneath the video the link to both of these decks. I bought them both on Etsy. They both came lightning fast. The owner of the store that sold me the largest card, the big pink with the hearts, is a beautiful lady. Oh, such a beautiful heart. I think it's her whole family that might be doing it. And she wrote me several times because I've used her decks a lot in these pick a cards. And she wrote me several times and told me that she watched the videos and that she enjoyed them. And I'm so happy about that. So this one is new though. I have not used this pink one in a pick a card. I used it in a live. So I wanted to use it again because it has quickly become one of my favorites. So for a pick a card, you guys know how these work. You stare at the three cards. Okay, each one is a little bit different. I have one that has the card pulled more to the right, the one in the center. I tried to give you a little focal point here. So the one that's right here, this is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. Okay, so I'm going to tell you based on your number what your message is. So pause the video right now if you want to, or just stare at them. Depends on how quickly you can pick something like that. And use your intuition and your gut instinct to see which set draws you. And then I'm going to tell you what it means. So if you picked number 1, you have two things going on here. Let me turn this around. And I'll tell you what it is based on being single or being in a relationship. So take a good look at that one. So if you are single, this is actually really good news, because what it's saying is that a new love is coming into your life or has already come into your life. Even if you're not single, you could be polyamorous and looking for a third person or a fourth person. Whatever the case is, if you're looking for someone, there is a new love that is riding up. And that's really a good thing. If you're in a relationship that might be, if you're in a monogamous relationship that might not be so good, that could be extremely problematic, or it could be actually time for you to move on. Only you know that aspect. But the interesting thing about this is that the new love is saying, you scare the S out of me. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to go slow with this person, because this person is already intimidated already. Okay, they already scared. They're already afraid. So you don't want to move too quickly. You don't want to make too many demands on this person. You want to let this relationship flow smoothly, slowly. You want it to unfold. And there is a really great chance that it will. So I would strongly suggest just letting yourself go with the flow and surrender. Be their friend. Get to know them slowly and just see where it goes. Sometimes love can go to a relationship. Sometimes it's just a season. Sometimes it's a friendship. You never know what's going to happen. But this is new and beautiful. So don't scare the person away. So like I said before, if you're single, this is probably really, really great news. And if you're in a relationship, it could definitely indicate being time to move on. It also could indicate, if you're in a relationship, that the relationship is stale and old and needs some newness. It needs some newness to it. So you might need to do some new things. But either way, the other person is afraid. So if this is like somebody you've already been with and you need to refresh the relationship, remember the factor that fear plays in the psyche. So try to work with each other and take away some of that fear. Okay? So that's number one. There we go. Now let me tell you number two. For those of you who picked the power of two, you are settling for love or being settled for. But that's okay because the person you're supposed to be with that you're not with is ready. The settling for love card means that, like I said, you're settling for a person that you really don't want to be with. It could be that you're not compatible. It could be that you're just unhappy. Also, on the flip of that, they could be settling for you, and you might not even know that. So that's another thing that comes along with this card. If you're single, you could be settling for being single. I know people who want to be in relationships, but they're so pessimistic and jaded about their past and so unhealed about the past that they settle for just being alone, even though they don't want to be. So this could go for a single person or a person that's in a relationship. And the statement here is not to settle. I would never settle for anything, quite frankly, because I've settled before and it doesn't go well. So if you're settling for a relationship, or if someone's settling for you, or if you're settling for no relationship because you're too afraid to heal and put yourself out there, really reconsider that. Because in the second card, somebody is ready for you. There is somebody out there looking for you. There's somebody who wants what you want. And this person is trying to attract you, trying to meet you with every fiber of their being. But you're either with the wrong person or scared to be with any person. So I would work on that so you can open yourself up to find this person who is ready, waiting, and willing. Okay. Now we're going to go on to three. The power of three. The triple goddess. So with this one, we have scars of love. And then we have I am emotionally unavailable. Now this person could actually have the same syndrome as the single person in card 2. This person is either scarred up, wounded from love, or they have been doing the scarring. It's one or the other. If the person is in a relationship, they could be being scarred by their partner, or they could be scarring their partner. And the reason is because they're emotionally unavailable. Somebody in the relationship is emotionally unavailable, and in the meantime, they're just hurting the other person. So you need to really look at this relationship and see that it needs some work. If this person is emotionally unavailable and they're scarring you, or if you're unavailable and scarring the other person, you definitely want to see a professional about this. This is taking it to a level of emotional unhealthiness. So if at all possible, you definitely want to see a professional. Now, if you're a single person, like I said with card 2, this could be giving off the vibe that you are scarred. Like the person that's standing there by himself, he is scarred and he don't want to talk to nobody. He don't want to see nobody. Nothing. He's emotionally unavailable. He's not opening up. He's not returning no texts. He ain't going on no dates. None of the above, because he's still hurt. And that's okay. It's okay not to be okay. But it's not okay to stay not okay. So you might be scarred, you may be wounded, you may be going through something. That's fine. Do what you have to do. Work through your grief, work through your pain, see a therapist, get self-help books. But do something that one day you will be okay again. Even if it's not today and tomorrow's not looking good either, So with these two cards, we see the person who's scarred and needs to heal themselves so they can be emotionally available for another person. So you have to ask yourself, which one of them are you? Are you the scarer or are you the scaree? And take it from there. If you're scarring another person because you're emotionally unavailable, the best thing to do would be to talk to them, you know? And I would say try to work through the relationship with them. But if you don't want to or you can't, don't hold on to that person. Let them go. Let them go heal their wounds that you've now caused. And that's a whole different conversation for the two of you. But this is really important. And like I said, it goes to a level of unhealthiness after a certain point. So these are our cards for the day. So, which one did you pick? And how does it fit into what you're going through? Now, remember, with pick a card, sometimes it's not going to fit because they're general. And you picked the card. So you might have picked it for a different reason. Maybe you picked it because that's something that you're going through with one of your clients or one of your friends. You know, there could be other reasons why they vibrated towards you, but in most cases it's because it's something that you needed to hear for some reason. All right, so you guys come back soon because y'all know I got a lot more cards and a lot more to say. See you later.